Grand Rising, brothers and sisters. Welcome back, Podvengers, to another episode of the Cinestro Core, and a happy Black History Month to all of y'all. Today, we're going to kick off BHM with, of course, honoring and acknowledging one of the trailblazers in Hollywood, one of the most prolific Black actors out there, as well as talking about the Fantastic Four trailer, Jurassic World trailer, and the recently released companion film starring Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Cinestro Core, the cast, it's your weekly gold mine. Stay tuned in, stay tuned in. They got the beats, got those comic spins. I stay tuned in, stay tuned.
Allow me to interrupt. Earlier you mentioned companion, you said starring, and you didn't mention Harvey Guillen. You only named the two white actors. So I just wanted to throw that name out to fix things.
Wow.
Yes, we're talking about Black History.
Speaking of, y'all might be wondering, Luis, what are you wearing? Well,
I don't think anyone was.
It's a traditional Kenyan attire. And you may ask yourself, Luis, isn't that cultural appropriation? It is not, because it was gifted to me by Matthew himself. Therefore, it's okay. I didn't go out of my way and be like, yes,
I want to
one of your most Africanist of garbs, please, and then just purchase it on my own.
There's no earthbound purchase history, but I do also want to preface as the only other Black man and African aside from David on this podcast of Black people.
Is David African?
David is just Black. I'm just saying overall. I did not sign off on this, so if anyone is mad at me, he's a grown ass man. What am I supposed to do to stop it?
It's called I'm an ally.
Yeah,
it's called
he's
I'm
a force
supporting.
of nature.
Why would you want to stop him being supportive?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I'm pro Black History Month.
We made him take off the brown paints earlier, of course, but still, it's a bit
too far. It was a bit too
far. A little bit too supportive. Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't an episode of It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, I'm not Rob McElhenney.
We are talking Black History Month, and we want to make what I'm hoping to do. Obviously, this year we wouldn't be able to on the page since we're already 5 days in. But hopefully, in future years, assuming we can still celebrate Black History Month, given the state of our government,
it's gonna be gone,
bro. Assuming we can still celebrate, I want to take time to highlight different, actors, directors, all filmmakers of Black filmmakers and creatives each day of the month. So, but this year we'll just start with one a week for our weekly episodes, and to kick off our spotlight, I think it's so fitting to start with one of the most iconic and one of my inspirations, the legendary Denzel Washington.
Oh shit!
Huh?
I thought you were going to say Ryan Gosling.
My Black Panther.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, Denzel.
No, we're talking about the GOAT. Yeah. The GOAT, Denzel Hayes Washington Jr., born December 28th, 1954. My legend. He's an actor, producer, and director. He's acclaimed across all forms of just performance artistry, theater, TV, movies, you name it, he's done it. He's got countless Academy Awards, Golden Globe, Tony Awards. He is the guy. He's someone, when you think of GOAT in terms of Hollywood, that's the first name that needs to come to your mind. No one else. I don't care what anyone says. Sue me. So and just to talk about some of his roles, his most iconic roles: Man on Fire, American Gangster, Training Day, bro, I'll go on and on. Gladiator 2.
Gladiator 2. A sneak. You snuck that in there. That was a sneak.
The Equalizer films.
The Equalizer. Man, there's just so many, and the contributions that this man has done for not just for the Black community, but for Hollywood, for filmmaking and acting all around. It's just there's not enough words to say thank you and just appreciate this trailblazing icon.
If I'm not mistaken, he's the second Black actor to ever win an Academy Award, preceded by the great Sidney Poitier, who I think was the first Black man. And Denzel's won 2 Academy Awards, as you had mentioned, for Best Supporting Actor for Glory, and then Best Actor for Training Day. So he's one of the best to ever do it. And much like you said, we've talked about this before. We talked about him before. But one of the great things about Denzel Washington, like you say, he's like as a first generation Mexican American, like Denzel his movies played on repeat in our household. My dad loves Denzel. Oh, yeah. My dad loves Denzel's movies, and so he kind of like he's incredibly transcendent in that way. You know, I think it's one of the reasons why he became such a huge movie star, because obviously Black audiences loved him, but white audiences loved him just as much. You know, so it was like he was kind of like
popularity isn't contained just to the Black community.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and now
like,
he's one of the greatest actors. I think he's one of the biggest like box office, like just one of the biggest movie stars ever.
Macbeth.
Yeah, because nowadays you don't really have that with many people. You have like these like starlets or like, you know, people who are like essentially go up and smoke here today, gone tomorrow, or people that Hollywood tries to push, like your Tom Hollands or your Chalamet. But Denzel is that perfect combination of like acting prestige as well as like a blockbuster lead. Like that's a rare combination. You don't really get that. Even Tom Cruise, as great of an actor as he is in a lot of movies that he's in, he's more so that blockbuster kind of guy. As opposed to Denzel, you get that nice, that little cherry on top, a little sprinkle, a little combo.
Yeah. Right. No, and he's so incredibly talented. You know, I mean, you'd mentioned that, but I think it's so important to state like just how good he is. He's one of the greatest, one of our best stage actors. He's one of our best film actors. He's just uncompromising in his artistry and in his craft, and I feel so lucky and so blessed to be able to live in a time when Denzel Washington has existed and has made movies, and I've been able to watch those firsthand because it's been such an incredible like gift to be able to see that. And he says he's going to continue making movies. But he says he's a lot more particular and a lot more picky about the kind of filmmakers he's going to work with moving on forward. And I think that's incredible. He's going to be in Black Panther 3. He let that slip during the press for Gladiator 2. He says he's going to be in Black Panther 3. He talked to Ryan Coogler. He's remaking the Akira Kurosawa. He's teaming up with Spike Lee for High and Low.
Yes, sir.
Which is basically a remake of the Akira Kurosawa movie of the same name. And so Jeffrey Wright's also going to be in that movie, and that's coming out, I think, later this year or later next year. So early next year. So yeah, sorry. Denzel Washington, one of the GOATs.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Undisputed GOAT. Again, there's not enough words to describe and you know, appreciate this man.
I think
I feel like you know, just looking back on all the movies we've seen of his, I hope that everyone understands what level of not just actor, but what level of like person, what type of person we're so blessed to be on the same planet as. And I hope moving forward, you know, like he's inspired me. I know he's inspired other actors as well. We're gonna have another Denzel. We're gonna have the next Denzel Washington coming up, and hopefully we'll see, you know, glimmers of that same energy, that same gravitas in whoever's the next generation.
You know, speaking of undisputed, quick shout out to my boy Shannon Sharp, a second best actor of this generation. Just wanted to give him a quick shout out, you know, in honor of Black History Month.
What did he act in?
Because we love him. That Instagram live video, I don't know if y'all saw it.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
But okay, that all this is said, all this aside and said, Denzel is one of the most prolific actors of our generation, and truly, you know, just an icon of not only Black cinema, but also just Black Hollywood or just Hollywood overall.
Hollywood in general.
And I think even though there's not a lot of words to describe him, I think one of them I would use probably fantastic. Speaking of fantastic,
I hated that. I hated it, bro.
Come on, that was great.
Mine was good.
That was great.
Fired.
That was so good. That was so good. Oh my god! Like what? That was amazing. We're talking the Fantastic Four trailer.
AZ, you're lucky it's Black History Month.
Nah. That was some Miles Teller ass shit. That was some Miles Teller shit. Bro said.
Say that again.
Let me tell you something. AZ, your name not Ben, but that shit was looking real grim, my boy. That shit was looking real grim, my boy.
Nice.
That shit was
the big dog.
That was worse than
big
dog.
Matt's back, baby.
No, AZ is right.
Proud of yourself.
We are talking the Fantastic Four 2025 trailer. We gotta identify which one we're talking about. There's 15 of these bitches out here. Fantastic Four sticks. I should have put that in the title.
I feel so weird about this trailer.
I'm gonna change it right now.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
You know why I feel so weird about it?
Is it because of how woke it is? Because they got brown people. They're gonna have that woman being the Silver Surfer. Me and AZ are on the same page.
Trust me. There's nothing more American than having a woman do the work of a man. All right, Harold is her place. I tell you, the universe is her.
That's
kitchen.
right.
I tell you.
That's crazy.
Yo, edit these out.
It's Black History Month. We'll let it slide.
The only reason why this trailer has me worried is because it looks too good. It looks suspiciously good. Like I'm weirdly everything's going so great for every little part of this trailer compared to every other Marvel movie, right? Like Deadpool and Wolverine, even leading up to that, right? I was hyped for that, but there were still behind the scenes rumblings and things going wrong, disarray. They're working during the writer's strike, and then you see the actual movie, and it's kind of just like
it's written
Deadpool, like Wolverine dick around in the void and make gay jokes for 45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But this looks like it has a story, it has characters, it has sets, it has all of the things you would see in like a movie.
A good movie.
And Marvel hasn't made a movie since Guardians 3. So I'm just like, I'm just blown away right now.
Yeah.
And it scares me. I'm hesitantly optimistic about this. But it looks great. Even specifically visually effects wise. It looks fucking incredible. The thing,
bro.
Evan Moss backracks the thing.
Let me tell you something.
Moves so smooth.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Let me tell you something.
The Johnny, the fire. Yeah, let me tell you something. The fire.
Let me tell you something.
I do love that fire effect. Yes, I know what you're saying.
The long flames.
The lens flares. The lens flares.
Oh.
This is. We might be back, guys. Cinema might be back for real. Like
so
this shit,
about it.
Between this and the Superman trailer that came out the other day, bro, I have not been so hyped for movies since Top Gun Maverick, bro.
Oh my god!
If there was anyone else under those flames, I'd be excited.
My contractually obligated Top Gun shout out. Did you know that Maverick was black?
Jesus. Yeah, you know that movie was whitewashed. Next,
the first Top Gun. The original Top Gun competition involved the 332nd
They don't even teach about the
Airman Group
anymore. We're not doing this.
I am.
Fuck Top Gun.
Are you silencing black people during Black History Month?
If it's you,
hey, look.
Mute them.
There is nothing more in the spirit of Black History Month than a black man overcoming his oppressor. Speak your mind, Matt.
Speak your mind,
Talk
King.
over him.
And speaking of oppression, we are no longer being oppressed by terrible Fantastic Four iterations. Fan 4 stick. We're back. We're so back. The entire cast of this movie looks great. Joseph Quinn, I'm not sold yet, but
I have to see it.
What do you mean?
I really do.
I said everybody else is good. Everybody else is great, but
everybody else
is not sold yet. I'm not sold. His hair is not spiky enough. Yeah, we need to.
For audio people don't know what we're talking, what we're doing.
Make that the thumbnail.
I got you.
No, Matt. I think I'm very.
four.
I think honestly, I think that might be the best Marvel trailer I've seen in a while. I can't remember what the last one that I saw that I was like, this looks incredible. But I think it's
Infinity War.
I think they showed us just enough to get us excited, not too much to kind of be like, oh damn, I know what the movie's about. And they teased the way they teased Galactus, the way they kind of teased like the world and set up the world that they live in. They didn't give us too much about Johnny or their relationship, their interpersonal relationships with one another. Like they didn't give us enough of that, but they gave us. I mean, they didn't give us too much of that, but they gave us just enough to be like, fuck, yes, I get it. I recognize that. That's interesting. I want this right now. But also something I think I really wanted to mention, given the trailer. We talked about how great it is, how excited we are about it. But something me and David were talking about in the group chat whenever the trailer first dropped was that, like, there's this kind of like, although there's this hopeful feeling to the trailer, there's kind of like this underlying sense of like doom, right? And we were talking about how the fact that this it is confirmed. I think that this
that again.
That this fantastic, and no pun intended. There is it has been confirmed that this Fantastic Four universe is set in a different universe than the main Marvel MCU, and so we know that the Fantastic Four are going to be in Doomsday, and they're going to be in Secret Wars, and I think that's when they're going to show up next. So you know that is indicative of, you know, there's going to be kind of like this helplessness at the end of this film. Like these characters in this trailer, they're established. People know them. They look up to them. They love them, right? So that only makes sense that they're going to have to fail at the end of it. Because even Reed's character, right? Reed seems like he's a loving, caring husband and friend, right? But the Reed we know in the comics, he's so cynical and so kind of like cold. And he's just he's the guy who's like, I'm so smart, I have to save everybody.
He thinks with more logic than emotion.
Yeah, exactly. He's like I'm the only one who can figure out, who has the solution to everything. I can't let my emotions get the best of me. I need to make sure that everybody's safe by using my big old brain of mine. You know, so we're gonna have to see his journey. You know, and so that's just very exciting because you don't see a lot of superhero movies that end on a bit of a down note, that aren't, you know, Endgame or whatever. So I don't know. I'm just really excited as to like how, like, I don't know, man. Everything about the suits, fucking Pedro Pascal looks incredible as Reed. Vanessa Kirby looks fantastic as Sue. Oh man, I don't know, man.
Evan Moss background,
beautiful.
That combination of practical and digital.
They literally,
I think they killed it. I think it was so good.
They literally let him cook. He's in the kitchen telling him how to make the sauce. Like his voice is like
the bear.
His voice
trained him for this.
Also, can we touch on the voice? Yeah.
I thought
I don't mind that it's not raspy. No.
Yeah,
dude.
I like it. It sounds like a dude who just got covered in rocks and he even moves as fluid as a guy whose skin is made out of rocks, but the rest of him is just goo. It's human.
No. But here's the thing.
He would move as fluidly as he does.
But here's how good an actor Evan Moss Backrack is. It is his voice. I mean, he is still kind of modulating his voice a little bit. That's not his exact voice. Like there's something he's doing about it, but it's so good. It's perfect. He knows, okay, I have to do something with my voice so I sound a little bit more larger than life, a little bit more fantastical. But it's still, you just hear it and you're like, yeah, that's perfect. It fits. It's so, he just emotes so beautifully, despite you not being able to see him. You can, I don't know, man.
The fact you can see the sadness in him in a digital creation, it's perfect.
You had mentioned how thing, how great the thing looks, and it is half CGI, half practical. What they're doing with the thing, and I just think, man, it's
perfect.
Pay those artists because they are fucking incredible.
I also feel like one of the greatest things about this is, for one, it may have played its hand in showing us the thing, but it hides the full-on face-first effect of the Human Torch, so that when you see that, you know it's probably going to be really well impacted on the narrative, or just like a really grandiose set piece. And it doesn't show us anything but the back of Galactus's head, just to give us enough to be like, yes, give him the field goal.
It's Galactus.
Give him the field goal for a head.
Big Bactus.
I love that. If you said because it's Galacta,
no, Big Bactus.
There's no fucking way they put Galacta in this.
They're wokeifying it, dude. They're getting rid of Galacta.
Oh, Galacta?
Yeah.
But better stop that vehicle.
But it's just like
hurry.
I like how the film feels like there was a interview
Fist?
I saw from like way early on in the development of the original Fantastic Four. Not the original one, not the Cromer one.
The Roger Corman.
Not today. Not the Corman one. The
one
with,
2004
with Ian Jodaford and all them, right?
Yeah.
Who?
When Chris Evans.
You said Chitler or Geoford?
It's Ian whatever the fuck. All right, his name is fucking
Idris.
crazy. His name is fucking wacky and wild, but that guy
Ian Godroff
right?
or something
Ain't
like
no
that.
way.
Ian Godroff for Gandalf
Or whatever.
But basically,
Ian
Ian
Grufford?
Ian Grufford.
They had this habit of pinballing around with the Fantastic Four and the mythos, right? They had this thing where they wanted to do like the kind of hokiness of like the modern comics, right? And they tried to capture that within the 2000s version, but they still didn't really know how to make a comic book movie around that time. Still a little bit hokey, right? Then you fast forward to 2014/15's Fan Four Stick, where they based on the old universe, and they said, okay, we can modernize it. We skew younger, we go darker, we go grittier, we go edgier, because people like this. But they missed the mark on everything that makes the Ultimate Fantastic Four.
They made its clobbering time a PTSD riddled
exactly.
Yeah, they ruined it.
Experience.
Wait, did his dad really say that in the movie?
His brother used to beat the shit out of him. Say, you know what time it is? It's clobbering time.
And it's like
it's like you and me, dude.
It's just so many marks that they tried to hit. They tried to go nostalgia. They tried to go too modern instead of getting the core of what these characters
they
are.
Said, let's make Johnny Storm black, but we can't go too far. Make his sister white. Now.
Why is that the case? Genetics. I don't know.
Just make them both black. It's okay.
Genetics.
But what I is they've gone for multiple.
She has albinism, guys.
They've tried to go for old school. They tried to go super modern. They tried to go two different extremes. Well, they're missing the core value of what the Fantastic Four is, and they are Marvel's family. They are the
first
family of Marvel. There are families found out throughout all of Marvel Comics, but there is not one team that is much as a family as the Fantastic Four. And the original movies, when they tried to pitch them, they wanted it to be similar to what's that movie, the Beatles one, A Hard Day's Night or something like that, where it follows around the Beatles as we go around. They wanted it to be.
No one knows what the fuck that is.
Never heard of it.
It's a documentary about the Beatles, but they basically wanted the Fantastic Four to be like their celebrity rock star status, but with superheroes. So they wanted that with superheroes. And this with that interview set piece in the beginning of the trailer, where he's going through and talking about how this is where their family has dinner, this is where we do this, this, and that. It lets you
the facade
knows who they are, and their celebrity status, like they have letters and everything coming in the fan mail and all that, but they are still superheroes and a family. All three of those parts are separate, but also cohesively put together, and I like that. I can already tell that from the trailer.
Same but different.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
It feels like a good blend. Also,
Galactus has his big head, and I'm happy about that.
He does have his big head, yes.
Before
we have a big voice to match. Shout out my goat.
Before we move on, I just wanted to mention really quick and just give a quick shout out to Matt Shackman, who wrote and directed this movie. I think he's the perfect fit. Regardless of how you feel about WandaVision, I think a lot of the creative and artistic choices he took with that show were incredibly interesting, and I like how he swung for the fences. And it seems like he's got the right idea for Fantastic Four. It seems everything from the tone to the costumes to the casting to kind of the dynamics between the characters and the actors. I think it's perfect so far. Again, we've only seen one trailer and we haven't seen the movie yet. But I think Matt Shackman is incredibly established. He's incredibly talented, and he's very, again, what do we say? Let talented people make good shit. And I think let him cook. And then it seems like that's exactly what they're letting him do. And I say, and I'm so happy for it. Remember, we were about to have John fucking Watts direct this shit. So
hell no,
Mister. And well, that just happened. The dialogue, man.
So
God.
the fact that didn't happen, and we have a competent filmmaker like Matt Shackman, not only competent and a safe pair of hands, but someone who understands, I think, storytelling and this kind of storytelling in a way that he's not scared, that he's not scared to take risks that pay off, you know, and while delivering an emotional story, and one that we can be invested in, and some characters that we can be invested in. So, dude, I'm happy, excited. Let's do it.
I'm really excited for I'm just really excited for this fresh change of just. It feels so authentic and exciting. It's almost like they breathe new life into not just the Fantastic Four, into the MCU. And I'm hoping that different franchises can, do a similar thing with their rebirth of their main storylines.
Speaking of rebirth, yeah, I saw where you're going. Goddamn.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing that one.
He clocked your ass. Clocked your ass. Clocked your ass.
It's not worth doing that for this. This don't look good, guys. I'm gonna be real with you.
Do it.
This shit not looking good. Jurassic World is not looking too good. So fresh off the heels of Dominion, that I still haven't watched, and I'm not going to watch. I
watched half of it. It's not good.
I saw only the first one.
I saw Dominion's the most recent one, the most recent Chris Pratt one. I saw it in the theater with mom and dad, with my parents. It was horrific. One of the worst movies.
Loved it.
Yeah,
right?
I loved it. Yeah,
Dad loved it. Yeah.
Wait. So,
dude,
you know what?
Dominion.
If your dad loved it, I loved it. It's good.
No, there's literally a part. There's literally a part in the movie where me and my mom looked at each other and we were like. and we busted out laughing because it was so ass.
For real.
My mom literally, she looked at me and we looked at each other and just laughed.
Dad was like,
he was locked in. He's doing this thing where he sat up.
So
he sat up.
How many Jurassic World movies are there of these Chris Pratt? How many are there? This is the third one.
Yeah, three too many.
So this is the third one.
First one is okay.
No, this is like a
fourth one.
Sequel. It's a reboot sequel.
Why are they still making
prequel?
Because they make a fuck ton of money.
But like even narratively, I feel like in the world of it, you can't justify the park reopening.
Buying tickets.
Dave, AZ.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This is a wash, rinse, repeat. Scientist does something that is violating the laws of nature. Bring some old ass fucking dinosaur back. That shit gets loose, fucks up everything, kills niggas. All of a sudden, we need to go contain it. Okay, cool, we contained it. End movie. Then second film. Oh shit, we didn't learn from our mistakes in the last film. Let's do it all over again. And rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, it's true. It's like this is why
if we're doing a requel,
booty cheeks.
Why don't they just sell in? Why don't they go? I'm talking about like go to the books, go back to the books, make it a fucking horror movie.
Our law specialist.
You're alienating too much of your audience if you do that.
Here's what they need to do.
We just watched Romulus make so much fucking money.
They need to fully embrace how this entire franchise feels like something they would make as like a fake movie plot on like a Disney Channel show or like something they're waiting in line to go see. It doesn't sound like a real franchise. So what we need to do is go full ball to the walls crazy. Make the dinosaurs talk. That's what I need. Give them voice actors.
Get them Fallout 2. Make them death claws that can talk.
And put Jack Quaid on there. Put everybody.
Oh my God.
You're with me. I was with you for a second.
Throw money at it.
Matthew
Malkovich is a velociraptor.
He's trying to make the worst movie of all time. This is why
Megalopolis for dinosaurs.
This is why they keep making these movies. Jurassic World in 2015 made $1.671 billion at the box office. Okay,
money.
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, the second one, made only $417,000. But
wait, hold on.
Dominion made
That kingdom fell.
Dominion in 2022, post COVID. COVID was still going on. All right, made $1 billion. That's why they keep making these fucking movies. And Gerardo, although I agree, and I do think,
you want to know why? You want to know why Dominion made that much money? It's because of the success of films like Top Gun, pulling the people back to the theater. They wanted this nostalgia. No, hear me out. Hear me out. Listen.
No.
Listen,
Kill him.
Listen.
No, let me mute yourself.
Silence. All right. As I was saying, the success of a film like Top Gun, the nostalgia of being in the theater, bringing back an old Top Gun is a I don't want to call it a requel. It breathed like a rebirth of the 80s era and the OG Jurassic Park 80s film. Yeah. Man, look. Of course people are gonna want to come back to the theater after seeing something like Top Gun. And of course, you said it came out 2022. That's literally on the heels of the success of such a big blockbuster film. They're gonna capitalize on
cinema history. According to Matt,
real.
It's amazing. Like, you've brought up Top Gun 5 times.
He doesn't stop. I think it's a bit at this point.
What is happening?
It's in my contract. It's in my contract.
Glenn Powell has a fucking gun to his head off screen.
I do his shit.
It's like a red dot slowly creeping up Matt's head. It's like in the middle of the center.
I live for this shit, bro. No. In all seriousness, like the success of just big blockbuster movies like that, of course, it's gonna draw people back into the theater. Yeah. And Jurassic, as much shit as I'm giving the Jurassic universe, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I guess it's the people still gonna come back. The people who are still gonna come back and watch the same shit. We can make the same movie 14 different ways. People are still gonna watch it.
And they do.
I could remake 32 freaking I don't know. I could remake 32 Iron Man.
They made 5 Transformers movies, bro.
Yeah.
Ask questions.
People still watch
I
it.
should have realized it.
So,
I watched them, but I didn't like them.
But here's what's kind of frustrating about it. It's like, you're absolutely right. If you want to make the best movie possible, you would have to take this franchise and go in a completely different direction. Make it a horror movie. Make it more intimate. Make it smaller. Make it more character-based and character-driven as opposed to spectacle-driven. Yes, that would be the ideal way to go about it. But like Matt said, it's rinse, wash, repeat. You have a scientist, you have a soldier, and you have other people, a family. Boom. That's the formula. Throw them into a fucking island with dinosaurs, and shit happens. That's literally what they're doing. They have Scarlett Johansson, who's a fucking soldier. They have Figaro, what's his name? Jonathan Bailey. Jonathan Bailey, who's the scientist. They have Mahershala Ali, who's
not Blade,
because
who's not African.
Them Mahershala Ali, who plays like what's it called? Somebody who like
mercenary.
A mercenary, exactly. And then they have a random Mexican family in there, and then they're just gonna drop them off on an island, and then shit happens. It's like, it's so boring and tired and fucking repetitive. But it's probably gonna make $2.5 billion fucking dollars or whatever.
Mahershala is gonna die.
Yes. In the trailer, Scarlett Johansson screams his name. What's his name?
They have to have the woman character survive. The family can't die because that would be too sad for the PG-13 audience.
Bro said,
Blade's gonna die. Blade's gonna die. You fucking
just like the
Blade
movie.
Just to
Blade's
die in
gonna
a fucking
die.
I don't know, man. But
I understand entirely. It's the chicken tenders of cinema, like I always say. It's fucking easy junk food. People
but the trailer is bad. It just looks. It's ugly. It's not interesting.
Yeah.
It looks like everybody's phoning it the fuck in.
The monster looks cool.
Sure. Yes. I'm not the biggest Scarlett. I'm not the biggest. I'm not the biggest Scarlett Johansson fan, but I do think she's a competent enough actress sometimes, depending on the material that she's given. She is fucking phoning the fuck out of this. She does not give a shit. This is a paycheck movie like a motherfucker. Mahershala looks like he's having fun, but whatever. And Jonathan Bailey looks like he's taking this. Jonathan Bailey is taking this shit too fucking seriously. He doesn't understand.
It's definitely just one of those movies where I'm like, rent was due, wasn't it?
It's one of those. It's one of the movies.
Ooh, you lost your house in the LA fires, huh?
Had to have been. Because I can genuinely not see a single reality.
Nazi.
Also, I didn't watch the Grammys. Did they really ask for money?
Yeah.
Oof.
They got like $7 million.
It was donating.
Not
it was
a good
being
look.
donated to the communities though, so I'm with it.
To those affected by LA fires.
Yeah, but why don't they ask the bitch ass motherfuckers in the seats?
They did.
Saying, hey,
they did.
Yeah, you think they donated the most? Get out of here.
$100. But anyway,
so here's $50. Fuck you, pleb.
I think it just surprises me how they've managed to squeak by so many of these movies. It's still like I understand how it happened, but it's just like
it doesn't make it better. Understanding, yeah, it hurts more really.
It's incredible, and all it does. I mean,
this is like the Sonic, equivalent of
Nah.
This franchise is like Sonic, but with dinosaurs.
This Sonic. First off, my brain just I don't know what happened. I just had a stroke.
He got so mad.
I think we're witnessing a trend
heard the
like,
Winter Soldier code words when you said that shit.
I think there's just a trend in Hollywood that I'm starting to notice that is spread from Blumhouse, where they make their like $2 horror movies and make $40 billion. Where that laziness is starting to spread to more and more Hollywood industries and more genres. And I'm not liking that. I'm really not liking that. But then again, we have things like Fantastic and Superman where people actually give a damn coming out.
And Thunderbolts.
It's almost and Thunderbolts. Hopefully the scales are balanced and this business model of less gets you more is curbed. But it's not working so far. It's not working so far.
It's not looking.
Anyways,
it's not looking too
shit
good.
looks like ass. Fuck this
It's not
movie.
looking good, Chief.
Fuck everyone involved. I'm
looks like
embarrassed.
dog water and dog shit and butt cheeks. It's not good.
Rolled into one.
It's not good. It's not. If you want to, it's not. I can't even think of something to say for this film. It's not good. I'm not watching it.
Actually, no, ass.
That's a lie. I will watch it so I can hate accordingly. Because I am a professional hater. 2025 is the year of the hater. We just saw Kendrick win some Grammys for calling another rapper a pedophile, allegedly. Legal team don't
allege that shit. He's a pedophile. Fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
Nah, I don't want to get legal.
He fucked the baby.
Legal fees. I don't got the money for that yet. So. Yeah, it's a year of the hater, and I am gonna be in the theater. Obviously, during July we're gonna be turned up off of Superman and Fantastic Four, but there has to be something for me to just rip into, and I think this movie is
it'll be this.
Bro, I'm gonna forget this is coming out by the time July comes.
I'm probably gonna watch it and love it.
I'm gonna watch it. There's a Mexican family in it, so I have to support. I got to.
That's why I don't support it. Make the family Indonesian.
I feel like Mahershala doing this movie is like you really wanting like some gourmet, like some Nobu or like some like really upscale restaurant. Like that's where his plate would have been.
Nobu?
And then instead he's gotta settle for like I don't know, like a single goldfish cracker in between like the seat cushions. That's what this movie feels like. It's crazy.
You gotta settle for a roll of fucking
HEB
a ball of lint from your pocket.
It's got a couple crumbs in there from the goldfish from earlier.
I think we should all take our companions to go see this movie come July.
Movie doesn't know if you give us me otherwise. I've never heard of this movie.
Speaking of companions,
that was actually solid.
What can I say? What can I say? I'm cooking, baby.
Just like the acting from Dennis Quaid Jr.
Speaking of ass, Jack Quaid, companion. Talk about it.
The agenda continues.
There, was that better?
That was more accurate, yeah.
That was more on the nose. Companion came out this month. Was it this month or was it? No, it was on the beginning.
Like last week. Like
last week.
Like a couple days ago.
Saturday or something. I can't remember.
Thursday, yeah.
I know I was at work. I'm a very employed gentleman, so I don't have time to be at opening nights unless it's a Marvel film. I will call off work for that. It's in my contract too. But yeah, Companion dropped, and at first I was like, oh, another little another robot android going haywire film. Okay, cool. We watch M3 again. We know what the fuck's going on. This one, however, actually pretty solid. I can't lie. It's a fun time. everybody for the most part is acting. You know, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're doing what they signed up for. There's only one person who's not doing his shit, but everybody else.
It's cooking. Like 3/5 of the cast.
3/5
school. 3/5 of the cast went to fuck off. Let me finish my thought. 3/5 of the cast.
Nah. We gotta address that,
Matthew.
Not in February.
What do you mean? February? What do you mean by this? No. What do you mean by this? Hold on.
He said 3/5 of the cast didn't compromise.
The cast? You mean that cast is spelled with an E, as in lower cast?
Oh yeah, 3/5 of the cast. Yeah.
I don't like how that sounds.
Clocked your ass.
Not a good look, Mr. Junior.
What did you mean by this?
Huh? What did you mean?
Clocked your ass, bitch.
Brother?
What did you mean?
Elaborate for the class, brother.
he ran away. He ran away. We bullied him into exile. No, 3/5 of the cast.
Yeah, made me run to the bottle. That's what y'all do to me.
We're the reason he's an alcoholic.
I run to the grip.
You drink Svedka, it makes you more racist.
But what were you saying? 3/5 of the cast what? Knew what they were doing?
Actually, like went to school, and then the other 2/5 like there's like my daddy did something, and I'm here.
My daddy did something.
One of them said my daddy did something, and then the other guy said I made like a couple TikToks, and people thought I was hot.
No. One of them was like my daddy's in something. The other one was like a viral clip of me getting bullied by a casting director went viral on Twitter, and now I'm getting sympathy cast in dog shit movies.
Insane. Is that why?
That?
Lucas Gage.
Yeah.
Oh, trash.
Okay.
Some casting director left his mic on when he was talking about how like bad he was, or like how not.
And let's be real,
good for the role.
He was honest, and he was right.
But then, it went viral on like TikTok, on like Twitter and TikTok and shit.
Jesus.
But yeah, so that now he's got a career. Anyways,
my brother.
But yeah, so keep going, keep talking about it. Since y'all have seen it, let us. Why was it good?
So the basic premise of this film is that there are companion robots that you can rent or purchase to do whatever it is you want to do with it.
And you know, like having your life.
You can have them to be your house cleaner. You can have them to be your sexual companion, your social companion,
words,
emotional companion. There's just different features.
They got any that look like Pedro Pascal.
But it's the thing about this movie is it's something. If this shit was real in real life, whatever we just saw is exactly what happened.
Oh, for sure.
The incel, lame, doo-doo head, misogynist, bum ass niggas is gonna be ordering this shit.
The dookie nuts of the world.
So they can the no bitch getting. They're gonna order this shit so they can just sit there and be like, oh yeah, she loves me. This is my girlfriend. This is my robo girl. Also, I did think it was funny that her name is Iris, and that man was listening to the Goo Goo Dolls. I was like, "This shit is spot on, bro."
Nice.
Okay. I was like, "It's so obvious." They telegraphed that shit.
Now,
what happens?
Matthew discovers storytelling.
Yeah.
No,
it's an anagram of serious.
Listen, I know.
I found out narrative subtlety. It's really fucking cool.
I know storytelling.
Do you know storytelling?
I know
storytelling. All you've seen is fucking Top Gun.
That's storytelling.
It's only Top Gun.
Matthew's like,
who do you think taught them how to tell the story?
Matthew's
Top
like,
Gun, man.
That's a story that's being told, brother.
That's a story being told. Yes, that is the story. Nah, this one I was like, man, it's very in your face. And I'm like, yeah, the themes are very obvious and
it's not
film.
But I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think not every movie
bad.
needs to be fucking subtle. I don't need to look up the goddamn fucking found flicks ending explained of everything. Like let's have a good time. Let's watch the movie. Oh, I understand it. Cool. It's fun. It's fun.
I liked it. I thought it was a fun time. I was very, very surprised. Here on this channel, we are notorious Jack Quaid critiques.
Most of us still
critics. For the most part, I am still too. But this movie, I was just kind of shocked. I was like, maybe he can't. But I'm gonna hold that because we got season 5 of The Boys coming. I know it's gonna go right back down.
You know the motherfucker that directed this movie wrote Fred 3, Camp Fred.
Fred?
Yeah, that's why this movie's good.
That's crazy. That's a wild tonal 180 for your directing style. That's
180. It's the same tone.
He wrote this. He wrote Fred 3. He didn't direct it.
Fred 3 is horrific for different. That's an entirely other kettle of fish. The main thing I'm surprised that you rat bastards have buried the lead on this whole time. You did not tell me that my main man Harvey Guillen is in this. You did not tell me
at the top of the fucking podcast. Don't you ever fucking call me out again.
I couldn't put a name to a face or vice versa. Or the fuck. It's Guillermo. It's the greatest. What the fuck? What is his position?
Familiar.
He's familiar.
I was thinking superior.
He's
a
Van
superior.
As well.
Look,
superior. During Black History.
Look, I've had a lot of gamer subs. This is like my third beer, and I'm a joint deep into today. All right, we are clouded up here.
Clearly,
listen. I just have to
open your pineal gland, brother.
I'm just using all of these vices as a crush for when Invincible disappoints me in a couple of hours. But
awaken your third eye.
I wanted to talk about related to this movie is Harvey. My nigga Guillermo. He real. He can act now. To paraphrase Tyler the Creator. Oh my god, I gotta see this now. Jack.
He's always been a good actor. He's incredible.
Now, granted,
I saw Blue.
They have. It looks like they have like 2 nepo babies and a TikToker in here. So I mean, that doesn't fill me with confidence. But everything else,
he's not a TikToker.
Sophie Thatcher's in it. She's really cool.
We
like her. We like her on the pod.
I confuse her a lot for what's her name? She's in the menu and she's also Princess Peach in the Mario movie.
Anya
Taylor-Joy.
At first glance, like out of the corner of my eye.
Wrong white woman.
Wrong white
horrible
woman.
Take. Mute him.
It's just the face. It's just the face.
Anyways. Whew, thank God for that.
But I do very much want to see this because a lot of the AI movies I've seen recently have been ass. I saw this one. It was called just AI or something on
Netflix. On Netflix.
Yeah, that was ass.
It was make the
with Steven Yeun.
The chick from Transformers.
Megan Fox.
The Megan Fox and the guy from 365 Days. That hot French.
I saw that one.
Subservience.
Very mediocre. I saw that one with that guy from Cowboy Bebop. That one sucked ass.
AI.
Yeah.
Afraid. Doo-doo move.
But this, I'm intrigued to see this, mostly just based off of the premise because I watched a lot of Westworld when it was on the air still.
Love Westworld.
And I like the premise of like these androids that are slowly. I've seen them. I've seen Bethregan. Bethregan's good. Bethregan's also
good film.
Honestly. But I like the concept of like these things that are like just seen as like tools, as toys for people. Right, they can decide whatever like personality they want. Not necessarily the Terminator approach of them just going full on crazy Skynet, but like the Detroit Become Human aspect of it, of them gaining more sentience, them more so figuring out who they are. And this sounds like it hits
Blade
on
Runner.
that. Yeah, like a Blade Runner, but with a little bit more of a horror twinge to it, like that thriller aspect.
You said horror?
I'm intrigued. I might be watching this. You got me over the Jack Quaid speed bump, but that's a pretty big speed bump.
That boy was actually
he does fine. It's really just the same character from fucking Scream, but like more
incel.
Yeah, more incel pilled. He watched a little more Joe Rogan.
He watched his dad.
That's not the best sale because I don't like his character in Scream. It bums me out.
You watched his father.
Just watch the movie, guys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna definitely watch it. In terms of hype meter, looking at this cast, oh my god, it's got Martin McDonald. What the fuck? It's got fucking. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Rupert Friend.
Time out.
Well, who's it got?
Time out. What's his name? I forgot his name. He plays Sid in this movie, but the guy who plays like Harborsworth or whatever the fuck it is in Peacemaker. The red-haired guy, Diebeard, he's in this.
No, that's a different guy.
That's not
That's a different guy. That is a different fat ginger, you fucking racist piece of shit.
And you know, if you rearrange the words and the letters in ginger, what do you get?
Say it.
Oh, say it.
I'm
gonna
be
Why
honest.
is that thing?
Why
that could be the same guy.
Jabuki's in this?
It's not the same dude.
Yeah, Jabuki
He
Young
looks,
White.
he looks the same, but he has this like a slightly like less than 10,000 yard stare.
Nah, it's not.
Hey, look at him. It looks the same. It looks the
It
same.
looks scary.
But
Jabuki
I
is
am
in
free to
this.
see
He's a
this.
small
I think
role.
I like it. I like how his legal name.
Oh, Teddy.
It makes me laugh every time I see him on a cast list. But I think all in all, I'm like a 7 to 8 out of 10. So to watch this, I might watch it. Might get a little peepski. You know what I'm saying? Little eye action.
Yeah, it's good. I recommend. I mean, if you're looking for something to watch, you can't decide. Definitely check this one out. It's worth seeing in the theaters for sure. But definitely, it has good rewatch value at home too. It will have good rewatch value at home.
Yes.
Go ahead and check it out. Still in theaters now. I guess the next big one coming out would be Love Hurts. It's coming out on Friday or Saturday.
That looks atrocious.
Don't watch that
Looks
bullshit.
atrocious.
I'm gonna watch it because
I'm here for Marshawn
to watch it.
I'm here for
I don't-
Marshawn.
I'm not trying to.
Any
Marshawn
movie named
Lynch.
after something you can find on a fucking Target mural, I'm not watching. I'm not
If-
fucking.
I am here.
If this
Marshawn
movie's
Lynch.
ass, I think we need to agree that we need to take what's his name? Kehu. Fuck.
Kehui Kwan.
Huh?
Yeah. Take his
Kehu-
Oscar away if this movie's ass.
I
Bro,
mean, it's not
if that was the
Samwise
case-
Gamgee, bro.
If that was the
Come
case,
on,
we should have
man. You
taken
can't do that.
Ariana DeBose's Oscar a long time ago.
For
Yeah,
Craven.
no.
That is also.
I
Craven
agree.
should have been the final
You
straw.
act like I would disagree with that.
No, I agree.
Craven was
Okay.
blue water.
As the people who have actually seen this movie, what would you guys rate it? Because I'm at a 7 for wanting to see it, like a 7 to 7.5 for wanting
My
to see
letterbox says 3.5 to 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah,
for
I'd say-
Companion.
it. Okay, that was out of 10. I was like, Jesus Christ.
No, I think it's a good. I think that's a fair rating. I think 7.5 is
Mhm.
fair.
Yeah,
It's not a perfect movie. It's not gonna win an Oscar, but it's a good time.
it's
You're
above
gonna-
that.
You're not gonna be bored. It got some interesting twists and turns in it. It's a good time.
All right.
You're not gonna be mad that you watched it.
Okay.
Yup.
Nice.
Yup. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely one of the movies of the year. Not an Oscar winner.
As Jack Quaid's stupid ass said, a movie by definition.
Is that what he said about what?
It's some bullshit. I don't care.
What's that
His
stupid
movie.
shit? What's
Yeah,
that
his
stupid
movie.
shit Harry Styles said? It's like a real movie you can sit down and watch.
Hey,
Not too much of my
not too
goat.
much on Harry. Not too much on Harry. Not
Hey,
too
I
much.
still think that is the
He
dumbest
just had
quote
a
in
close
any other
friend die.
movie.
Just respect.
Not too much on my
I don't
bald king.
care. People are
Bald
smart
king.
or stupid depending on the living side. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People are stupid at any time of day.
Facts. Factos.
Okay.
His name is
Matt,
Fastos.
I
He's eternal.
assume partially that is that all we have to talk about? Because I think
You
We
think?
should just for the clicks mention Invincible because it comes back after a while.
Oh
Let's
my
come back
god.
in a-
All right,
okay,
bye. Y'all have a
I
good
will-
episode.
I will tell you my thoughts.
Just
These are my thoughts. The animation is gonna suck dick as always.
Probably.
The story's probably gonna be fine, and they're gonna
Yeah.
waste all their money on big voices that are there for 5 seconds, like they did every other season.
Yeah, I think that's a good. I
You
think
got
that's a
anything else to
good.
say for the Invincible heads?
Don't care.
Listen.
Don't care.
It is
Don't
my
care.
favorite comic of all time.
Agreed.
I've read it multiple times and I love it to death. But to the point, I'm past the point of no return, Gerardo. I don't think you understand. I have drank the Kool-Aid. I have become.
I've
the
had
Kool-Aid.
dreams about
I-
Tech Jacket, bro. You can't tell me that we're not on the same page.
We're not
That's
gonna
my
put him
goat.
in, bro.
That's my
We're not gonna
goat.
put Tech Jacket in this show, and I've made my peace with
He's
it.
coming.
I've
If
made my
okay,
peace
no.
with it at this
If
point.
Conquest is here, that means the Invincible War is coming. Spoilers for all you dorks. Fuck you. That means Tech Jacket will, at the very least, have a cameo, and he's not going to be as good. He's going to be colored ugly as fuck. It's going to have no goddamn backlighting. It's going to have no highlights. It's going to look like it's been colored by a 5-year-old. It's his first time using Procreate. Fuck,
bro. Is he Iron Man essentially?
You said
he's not really Iron Man. He's more like Blue Beetle.
You said Tech Jacket, and my mind thought Tech Knight, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in this show?
I've called him out on accident before.
Similar.
I have as well.
Why is he
I just
here?
really they had announced the entirety of the voice cast for the season, and they didn't announce what role
Aaron Paul Tech Jacket.
And Aaron Paul is Powerplex. I hope to God he doesn't touch Tech Jacket with a 10-foot ball. I don't want that. I love Aaron Paul, but no. The only person who's on the cast list that I thought would have been playing Tech Jacket but isn't, and I think it's just because I saw them play Blue Beetle. I thought he was gonna be Tech Jacket.
Make him Mexican.
And then he's just like these two fucking karate kids, and I was like, I
don't like that. Right, he deserves better.
Yuri Lowenthal, Tech Jacket.
They gave him $200 for this role.
Like I get. Had to. They went on his Buy Me a Coffee account and got him like an espresso or something. Like there's no fucking
They ripped this performance off of his cameo.
They had to have, bro.
Oh shit! Simu Paul is Duplicate's brother.
Simu Paul.
Yes.
Simu. He plays Multi Paul.
You read Multi Paul,
underappreciated.
I do think that is one of the smarter ones. I also like the fact that they're carrying on the John DiMaggio tradition of voicing everybody except for a main character since Adventure Time. That's great. He's all the Batman Arkham henchmen, and now he's the fucking elephant, who's basically the Rhino. Yippee.
Except lame as fuck, and he's in like 3 panels. Bro. He's
lame as shit.
He's in 3. Oh, I agree.
Wait. He does have. Well, no, that's a major spoiler.
Yeah. Who cares? But I know what you're talking about.
But he does have a major part near the end of Invincible.
Me and Luis watching art house films.
Yeah, I'm watching actual cinema.
We're watching real shit.
But
lame ass.
Hey man, listen.
Like Top Gun.
We are as of recording about maybe like 2 to 3 hours away from the premiere. And I remain very cautiously.
I'm not watching.
Cautiously optimistic. I'm watching it for
work
the bag.
in 3 hours.
I'm watching it for the bag.
No.
I'll watch it when Matthew says we're covering it on the pod, and then I'll cram them in one day.
It's next week, dude.
I don't know about that.
Next week.
I'm not watching
it. Next week. It's gonna be next week because I'm watching it.
Me and AZ are doing a solo episode. We're talking about
it. Oh God, we locked in.
No. I'm locking the account so y'all can't access it.
We're watching Love Hurts instead now because
look, I'm not showing up to that episode.
It's a lock-in on.
We're watching Hard Eyes, not showing Love Hurts, and
Invincible.
Look, it's a lock-in on the Invincible solo episode. It's a lock-in on Luis not showing up for that, and it's a lock on the end of this episode because I think we've talked about it.
That was great.
That's a beautiful transition.
Now do the rest.
Allow it? I'll go fuck. All right, look. All right, I can do this easily. That is it for another fantastic episode of this Cinestro Record. Thank you so much for watching, listening, pantomiming. However you consume our show, we are very glad and grateful you've done this. Be sure to follow us on all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, X, Blue Sky, whatever you have at Cinestro Corp. Because that bastard asked from us. We don't have those. Don't we have those?
We have Twitter. We don't have Blue Sky yet.
We don't have Blue Sky yet.
But follow us on all social media platforms at
Threads.
We don't have the S, but we're trying our best.
The best.
Go ahead and also follow if you love backstage news and behind the scenes and a lot of great celebrity information. Follow our boys and gals and non-binary pals over at Backstage OL. They are on top of it with all of this.
That kind of language is going to be illegal.
All of the info, everything that you need, they got it in spades and other parts of a deck of cards that you need. Go follow them. Go do it. And it's what we're talking about following people. Hypothetically, for the sake of the argument, say one of us had a channel. Follow a nigga, please. God damn. I'm uploading a video this week. Hopefully, it's taking me months to work on, and Invincible's coming back, so we got the heat. the bangers at youtube.com/TariSingo, twitch.tv/TariSingo, and other things at TariSingo. You can find me. Just look on the internet. You'll find me under one of those. Add me on Marvel Rivals and tell me how bad I am at Scarlet Witch. Go ahead, do it, please.
Dog shit.
Go ahead.
I'm not
anything, and that
he doesn't need an aim, and yet still can't hit anything.
I'm Lord Scarlet Witch. I don't want to fucking hear it. All right. Let's click God. I'm the left click God.
It's like saying, "Oh, I'm Lord of Breathing." Shut the fuck up. Yeah, no shit. No fucking shit.
Okay.
I'm Lord of Being Alive. Yeah, no shit.
All of that to say, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next fantastic episode of the Cinestro Core.
We're the kings of the screen, yeah. Cinestro Core, we're the dream, yeah. New episode Saturday afternoon. We in your ear, that comic book crew. More good it takes what we do. Cinestro Core, we're the crew.